Fancy is the best defensive player in Madden 25, and in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to run his secret defense he just used to win $250,000 in the Madden Bowl. Now, with this defense, you're going to learn how to get instant pressure on the quarterback and still play lockdown coverage, all with super easy to use setups, so you can dominate and win more games just like Fancy. YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 25 video, I'm going to break down the exact defense Fancy used to just win $250,000 in the Madden Bowl. He was by far the best defensive player all year, and in today's video, you're going to learn the secrets to his success on defense. So, first of all, guys, I'm going to break down the subs, the abilities, the coaching adjustments he used. I'm also going to show you his main setups in practice mode, and then I'm going to break down some actual in-game game footage from these tournaments where Fancy uses defense to break down exactly how he actually used it in-game against other pro players. But before we do that, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video for more content just like this. I do daily Madden 25 content, tips and gameplays, and some college football 25 content as well. So, first of all, you're going to need the dime 3-2. The dime 3-2 is the formation Fancy used. This can be found in a lot of different playbooks. My recommendation is going to be use multiple defensive playbook because multiple has some other good defensive formations as well. And the main thing you're going to want to do is in your audibles, you're going to set the play cover 4 palms, right? Cover 4 palms is going to be the main play. Now, you don't really need to do anything crazy with your coach adjustments. The main thing is you're going to have auto flip off. You're going to use base alignment, conservative option defense. Zone drops, we're going to leave them on default, but we could adjust them during the game. The reason why we start off on default is cover 4 palms is match. So sometimes we might want to mix and match, and if we don't, we can just shade our coverage underneath to get rid of match. So the main thing we're going to do here is come out into play double safety go, okay? So when we play, the game, we want to come out in double safety go because when we do that, the safeties come into the box. When the safeties come in the box, this allows us to then audible to cover 4 palms, but the safeties will stay in the box. This is huge because it makes your run defense way better and also takes away the quick seam passes most people like to throw. Now, before I break down the main setup Fancy used, you need to know the proper abilities to use. Now, you don't have to use the exact players Fancy used, but basically what you're going to need is you're going to need to have every player right here. You see Watts, the 2 slot corners, the 2 outside corners, the two safeties. All the defensive backs, they need to have mid-zone KO. That is a must. Now, on your safeties, you're going to want to have, in addition to mid-zone KO, deep zone KO. So like Cooper, the Gene, he's really good. A lot of people like Dion because he gets universal coverage. Now, in your slot corners, really, you want mid-zone, but if you can also get flat zone and mid-zone, that's very good. On your outside corners, you really want mid-zone and flat zone, and then once again, if you can get the deep out zone KO, that's good too. Or you can just use universal coverage. Like Jalen Ramsey and Deion Sanders have universal coverage. Pat Pete gets basically all the zone knockouts for 0 AP. And then you just want to stack pick artists everywhere else. Like this Watts guy is a free pick artist. Nitschke I like because he has lurk artist and mid-zone for 0 AP. And then you can just get D-line abilities that are 0 AP. Or you can throw in an unstoppable force if you're feeling froggy. So, once you audible into cover 4 palms, the main thing you're going to do is you're going to take the blitzer, you're going to drag, and this is just basically a drag loop blitz. You're going to drag him to the other side and put him behind the linebacker on that side, like directly behind him. You're then going to control this linebacker. Now, a lot of people want to stand up here so they can potentially engage with the O-line, mix in some other setups. You don't have to, but you just want to use this guy. Now, if you keep this coverage stock, it is match. Most people aren't going to play a lot of match, so what they're going to do is shade their coverage underneath by hitting triangle or Y and then down on the right stick. Basically, that will shut off match and give you hard flats to take away the quick flat. So basically with this defense, it's a 4-man looping blitz, and what you're going to be able to do is, you guys can see here, we can just stick switch between all the deep zones and the flat zones to take away whatever route combo the offense is doing. If you're looking to become a better Madden 25 player and win more games, check out sportsgamers.com. This is where I post all my premium content. You get all my offensive and defensive schemes, ebooks, weekly tips, blitzes, money plays, bombs, and more. I have all the best content available at the cheapest prices available anywhere. Sign up today for as little as $9.95. click the link in the description. I also pinned it in the comments. Let's win more games and dominate together, boys. So this is just a very easy defense to get 4-man pressure from. As you guys can see, this is 4-man pressure. It comes in very fast. It's very consistent. Right now, you can have like a 99 speed guy coming through the line, and then you can stick switch. That's why you want hard flats. We don't care if they're running a corner route, because if we see that, we can just stick switch to a hard flat and jump it. We don't care if they're running, routes over the middle. We can stick switch to the deep zones. We really are able to take away everything with this one base setup. If you guys want to see more setups, give me 500 likes on this video, and I'll post some other things that Fancy did. But for now, let's get into the gameplay of him in the finals against John Beast, so you guys can see how he actually ran this defense in a live tournament match. Yep. So John Beast has the ball right now in the fourth quarter. He has an opportunity to take the lead. He's at midfield. This is pretty much a must stop. So let's see what Fancy does defensively. Keep in mind, he's already gotten like 2 stops this game. So it's really hard to stop a good player more than once or twice. So he's going for his 3rd stop. Okay, so what John Beast is doing right here is he has a simple route combo. He's attacking the seams with streaks. Then he has a drag, running back out of the backfield. Let's see what Fancy does to counter this. It looks like he's hitting the line with his user to try to actually get that linebacker coming up the B gap instead of looping through. Okay, so that's exactly what Fancy does. He hits the left guard with his user, and something Fancy does really good is he mixes up his blitzes. So you guys can see that corner on the right side of the screen, the slot corner on the right, he actually blitzed him in addition to that linebacker coming up the gap. So this is actually a 5-man blitz. Fancy's user's over the middle, and he stick switched to the safety to try to take away that seam. Let's see what John Beast does here. He probably has the post backside on the right, but let's see what he does. He probably did, but he was afraid of Fancy's user, so he threw it to a running back and it got KO'd. So good defense by Fancy. He just went with a 5-man blitz, definitely throwing John Beast off. Fancy so far has been rushing for majority of the game. So here he gives the same look. Let's see what he does. 2nd and 10. And he actually brings DB Fire. So he came with DB Fire, which is cover 2 blitz, making it look like he was blitzing the linebacker again, but he actually blitzed both slot corners. And that actually screamed. You guys saw he got instant pressure. John Beast could not get the ball off. Now, this is a big 3rd down. John Beast, let's see what he's going to. All right, let's pause. Let's see what's going on here. So it looks like John Beast ran the same basically route combo as the last play. It looks like he's probably anticipating the same cover 2 blitz again. And he's anticipating DB Fire because you guys can see Deion Sanders, the outside left receiver, is on a fade. Then he has a streak to the slot, drag, backside dig route. Fancy, on the other hand, though, he did not run the DB Fire this time. This time he ran the engage blitz with his linebacker trying to get him to come up the gap. And then he sees that John Beast ran the same route combo, so he actually went ahead and stick switched over to the corner. Now, one thing I want you to notice is Fancy dropped his D tackle in a hook zone over the middle of the field to kind of muddy up that read. So let's see what ends up happening here. And it looks like John Beast is just going to force that. That's a really, really bad read. That looked like cover 4, not cover 2, and he just threw it up and pretty much lost him the game on that play alone.